Can you see me? What you do? Well, the snow's here. Yeah, it's like they said it would come. A snowstorm. I'm just kind of chilling a little bit. You know what I mean? How's everybody doing today? I would that you're doing well. I'm doing all right, man. Y'all like to know. I can't always move in it like I want to, but I'm feeling it. So today I wanted to go over another idea pertaining to tapping into your own personal power. Now, I'm not religious, but there's a lot of principles in the Bible that I like to reference and go to or cover. So I was told, whether this is true or not, that's like beyond me, because it's like I see the principle, I utilize it, it works. If you apply it, you might find it works for you too. So some years ago, it was brought to my attention. I was watching a video, and this man was sharing that there was a book. There was a book that was removed from the Bible, and the book was called The Gospel of Thomas. And I was actually having a conversation about this with an individual I had the pleasure of interacting with a few days ago. And what it goes into is, as it is above, so it is below. So what that means is you get back what you give, karma. And we were talking about the whole situation with everyone needing to cover their face up. I'm not giving that too much power. And, he was saying, sometimes you find yourself in a situation and police pull out guns on you, and like, what can you do about it? So I listened to him. I was like, yeah, I understand. I have a different reality or interaction with police, but I understand where you're coming from. And so I looked to go into it, and I asked him, I said, well, how about this? And I asked him, I shared, do you have an individual who's always upset, right? They're walking around the house, they're giving out a lot of negative energy. They're pissed off. So the way that most of us understand energy works, as I shared, you get back what you give. So, as a matter of fact, I was speaking with a woman about this yesterday, because a brother was speaking about this was a few days ago. But she was talking about how, again, with the police, like, people have such a big issue with police. So they tend to be a main topic of discussion a lot. And I understand, trust me, I really do. So I started asking her a bunch of questions. I said, do you find yourself upset quite often? And she said no. And when she said that, I started going to the idea. So one thing that I've discovered as far as energy is concerned, whatever you put out in whatever form, however you put it out there, it's going to come back to you. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be from the person you gave it to. I said, hell, you could even be doing it with yourself. So I kept prying and asking questions until it got to the point where she, realized that she cussed herself out a lot. I said, okay, well, that's your problem. If you beating yourself up in your head, you're still putting that out into the universe, and that's what's going to come back to you. So you might want to adjust that. And she actually saw it. Says you might want to adjust that a little bit. And it was a new concept for her, so to say. And I was also sharing that the people that run things generally, they know that. They know that. I said, this is what I do. They tell you that you can be whatever you want to be. They tell you that. Be whatever you can be. You can do whatever you put your mind to. They tell you that. And it's true from what I've experienced. If your experience is different, then I apologize. I don't mean to be an offense to you. But what they do is they put everything in motion to make you never achieve it. When it comes time for you to actually really go about doing something, when you want to get somewhere and achieve a goal, you have doubt. Because your grandfather tried it, your daddy tried it, your mama tried it, your brother tried it, and it worked for some of them didn't. And while all that was happening, they were showing you movies. They were showing you movies with all these people, again, in a victim mind state. Oh, these things are happening to them, and there's nothing they can do about it. I'm telling you, that's not true. I kind of, jumped around a little bit. We got a little bit ahead. But going back to the idea with the man talking about the police pulling out guns on him, I finally got to the point where I said, look, this energy that he's putting out, before he finds himself in that situation, there are things that he did to align himself with that situation and that energy. I said, because it's all energy, it's vibration. He was pissed about something. He was yelling at somebody. He was angry. And now you're dealing with the physical part that is the manifestation of the energy that you put out. You don't have to take my word for any of this. Just try it. Try being conscious of everything you do. When something comes to you, okay, what did I do? Was I mad last night? Was I yelling at myself? Was I cussing this person out? And the next time somebody looks at you like you're crazy, and it might not even be that serious. It may just be an opportunity for you to grow and be patient. Okay, their day's messed up. How can I make it brighter? But we got to be conscious of these things. They have so many distractions. Social media, which we're on now. There's nothing wrong with social media, but you got to use it to your benefit, not to your detriment. We got Instagram. We got people watch TV all day. And they show you these movies where it looks like there's so many innocent bystanders and victims. And that's just not, the universe was not set up that way. It really wasn't. I will that this has been of a benefit to someone. And if it is, you have to pass it on. And thank you for listening. I'm going to enjoy this snowstorm. Probably sit in the car, do some study, and stay productive. Peace, love, and happiness.